Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong, my parliamentary colleagues, Mr. Seng Han Tong, MP for Yio Chu Kang SMC, who's also a resident over here, Engineer Lee Biwa, MP for Ang Mo Kio GRC, Mr. Leslie Yong, Chairman of the Cheng San Seletar CCC, Dr. Henry Ng and Sir Richard Goh, the organizers of today's function, Mr. Francis Balakrishnan, Chairman of the Seletar Hills West NC, Mr. Peter Che, Chairman of the Cactus Sunrise NC, grassroots leaders, residents, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming to this Getting to Know You dinner. Over the last 5 years since the NCs were formed, the NCs and the residents have been working very hard to find ways to bring residents together, to get to know each other, to build a community spirit. The ideas and the initiatives have come from the NCs and the residents themselves. In the Cactus Sunrise area, they came up with the idea of having Getting to Know You dinners, and they have had Getting to Know You dinners for many years. And that idea has caught on, and I'm glad we are having a Getting to Know You dinner here in Seletar Hills West. The residents and the NC in Seletar Hills West very involved in gardening. The Community in Bloom group in Seletar Hills West has won many national awards, and if you drive along Mimosa Crescent and you look at the sidewalks, it's a horticultural feast, the way they have done up all the gardens along the sidewalk. And that idea has caught on, and now in Seletar Hills East, they are also doing a lot of gardening, and there are herbal gardens there. Seletar Hills East, I think, is the first area that has gone into civil defense. Many of the residents went for civil defense courses, and earlier this year they had a civil defense exercise there which was very successful. In fact, the civil defense officers told me that that area, that neighborhood, is probably the best prepared private estate in Singapore to deal with any kind of civil disaster. And I hope that idea will catch on, and the other NCs will also come up with civil defense groups, because you never know when something can happen. It's always better to be prepared. So I want to take this occasion to report that the estate upgrading in Seletar Hills East is on track and doing well, and that the government has come up with a new scheme called the interim private estate upgrading, which means that you don't need to have the whole estate upgraded. You need a park upgraded, or you need some covered walkways. It can be done so long as it doesn't cost more than $100,000. So the NCs in Seletar Hills West and in Cactus Sunrise are looking at possible projects to do, and they will submit their projects before the end of the year, and hopefully sometime next year, if we are lucky, we may get those projects approved. So there's always constant activity, progress happening, because residents are involved. Residents are looking at how they can make the environment a better place and the community stronger. We need to build strong communities, because no matter how beautiful and comfortable your home is, unless it is set in a community that's warm and loving, it will not be the ideal home for you. And so in this respect, I think we all owe a great deal of thanks to the NCs for working hard to build strong communities here and making this place a better home for everyone. Thank you very much.